Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome. It is Jay Christopher from the jchristopher.com, Jay Christopher Experience, and a whole host of other fantastic things. I want to begin this broadcast with a poem. I love poetry. I love art. I love science, but poetry speaks to the heart. And so I shall begin, and then we'll talk about it. I bargained with life for a penny, and life would pay no more. However, I begged at evening when I counted my scanty score. For life is a just employer. He gives you what you ask. But once you have set the wages, why you must bear the task. I work for menial's hire, only to learn dismayed that any wage I had asked of life, life would have gladly paid. Think about that. Some of you are unsatisfied with your life, with your condition. But this is what you accept because this is what your standard is. And low standards gives you low results. I mean, your results are going to be lower than your standards because you're wanting. But you'll find out, and you may be dismayed, that any wage you asked of life, life would have gladly paid. It would have gladly paid. Not begrudgingly. It would have gladly paid. The universe is here to serve those who make it their life mission to serve. If you go through life and you're thinking life owes you, if you say life owes me because I've been through this, I've been through that, my parents were mean, somebody left me alone, I can't find love, I'm poor, I'm impoverished, I had a poor education, I was raped, I was born disabled. Whatever story you have is a story. Life doesn't owe you shit. Life doesn't owe you anything. Get out of the victimhood mentality. I don't teach victimhood. I break that shit up. Victimhood holds you back because it says, I am not in control of circumstances. Circumstances control me. That's not what I teach. That's not what I believe. Life works with you if you work with it. So yes, there's problems. Yes, you have a history. We all have a history. We've all fucked up and we will mess up some more. The question is not, have you messed up? The question is not, are you messing up? The question is not, will you mess up? The question is, will you learn from your failures, from your mistakes? See, if you learn from it, it's not a failure. There's really no such thing as failure. It's just feedback, which allows you to reassess and self-correct. Because inside of each of us is a servo mechanism. That means we set a goal, we set a directive, and our mind, our subconscious will move towards that directive. But the problem is too many people don't set a directive. They think haphazardly. And then they get all kind of haphazard results here and there and anywhere. They wake up no passion, no excitement, slow to get out of bed, lethargic, melancholy, or worse, depressed. Because you're not living your life purpose. You're giving your energy to somebody else's vision. And or you're too busy taking what's in it for me, what's in it for me. No, what are you going to give? John F. Kennedy said, ask not what your country will do for you. Ask what you will do for your country. Ask not what life will do for you. What are you going to do for life? And then you will get things that serve you, because you need comfort, you need certainty, you need pleasure, you need love, you need connection, you need growth, you need significance, you need contribution, you need validation, you need a sense of autonomy, mastery. So, look, I'm already 5 minutes in. I said I was going to make a quick blast. Meaning I was going to shoot out quick. Because I came to the office, it's midnight. It's literally 12:20 a.m. Central Time. But I find I don't sleep much when I'm passionate about what I'm doing. And I'm very, very passionate, very, very excited about what's coming. What I'm able to create. And sometimes I don't share it until after it's done. And then I can say, look, there it is. There's many reasons for that. Some people will take their your words and they will give negative feedback. Sometimes they mean well. So I don't judge the intent or the motive, but the fact is that it affects the subconscious, because the subconscious is always listening. For every negative statement that gets embedded into the subconscious, it takes 16 positive statements to overcome it. And it may be 17. So that means you have to repetitively condition yourself. So I don't give out until it's already there. And then I say, there it is. Because I may change my mind. Circumstances may change. Needs may change. Anything could change. It doesn't make a difference. But I have some huge, huge announcements coming soon. And I'm very, very excited about that. But back to this life would have gladly paid scenario. See, people go through this in their jobs. You get offered a job. You're so excited about the job. You're so happy about the job. I got it. I got it. I got the job. Yes. And then you start thinking, man, I'm doing all this hard work and I ain't getting paid enough. But you were given an offer. And I talk to so many people, they don't even negotiate a salary. Sometimes, see, when you hire somebody, they always give you at the low end of the salary. There's a range. A range. So they're going to come at the low end. And it's up to you to bring them up. And you say, no, 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 no. See, they're offering you. That means they see value in you and they want to exchange your value for money. But some people, they get the job and they didn't negotiate and the salary was low. And they may find out some other people doing the same job are getting paid more. And they may have more experience. Oh. Didn't negotiate. And then you can go up salary-wise. And you always start off with, let me think about that. And it's always wise to have many offers coming. Keep your options open. Because that's leverage. And then if something doesn't work out, you have others. But that also means you have to develop life skills. You have to develop skills, business skills, life skills, selling skills. You have to develop skills that are pertinent to the job you're trying to apply for. You have to develop communication skills, rapport skills, appearance skills. There's a science to all of this. There's a science to success. It's not an accident. You don't stumble upon success. You can say people win the lottery. Yes, the majority of people that win the lottery get a huge sum of money, and the same majority of people end up poor, and some even more poor than before they started. Because you have a money thermostat. And that thermostat will kick in. Just like you have an emotional thermostat. You have a comfort zone. Regardless of what the subject is, whatever the life area is, there's a thermostat internally based and set by their self-image. And you can only go so far before it pulls you back to that setting. Why is it pulling you back? Because you've set that standard. And it says, whoa, it's getting too hot. Whoa, I'm making too much money. It's scary. Self-sabotage, self-sabotage. Do whatever you got to do to get me back to this area because this is comfort. That is why the quality of your life is directly proportionate to the amount of uncertainty, the amount of discomfort that you can comfortably live with. The ability to step out of your comfort zone, that's where success lies. In the comfort zone. I mean, beyond the comfort zone. Pardon me. Where you're at is at the comfort zone. But you also got to realize that success is not a journey. It's not a destination. It's a journey. And the road is always under construction. So you set the goal and you move towards the goal. And you program your mind, your self-image through creative visualization. And you see it and you experience it and you walk into the realities. Here. Because the subconscious doesn't know the difference between that which is real and that which is vividly imagined. That's why when we wake up sometimes we're paralyzed. If you wake up and you're paralyzed, you can't move for a while. It's not that you're being attacked by a banshee or some entity. I know some people teach that. But what it is that the brain sends a message to the neurology to tighten up so you don't act out your dreams. They've done this with cats. They've removed that area, or with dogs, and those animals dream and they'll act out their dreams. Some people sleepwalk. Some of you sleepwalk. They walk downstairs, they get food, they drive to the store, don't have no consciousness of it. And yet you have people that believe there's no such thing as a subconscious mind. There's some people that believe there's no such thing as hypnosis or trance. And I'm like, you're in trance. You're coming to me and I'm de-hypnotizing you. And then I'll hypnotize something that's for your benefit. But you're in a trance. When you snap at something and you don't know why, that's because you're in a trance. When you drive home and you forgot, I was going to go to the store and I didn't even realize the next time I'm at the house, you were in a trance. That's a driving trance. That's a common phenomenon. We go in and out of states of trance all day long. All day long. You begin trance just by the fact of closing your eyes, and then the brain waves change just when the eyes close. Then if you deep breathe, feels good. That'll get you deeper into trance. There's so much on that. I'm not going to do this video on hypnosis because I'm dealing with life and the wage. But it has parallels in how you value yourself. Donald Trump has a book, and in it he says, I ask people, he'll give a multiple choice and he'll say, one is like paid $50,000 a year. One is paid $200,000 a year. One's paid $1 million a year, and one is paid like $50 million a year. Or $50 billion. I forgot the number at the high end. And he says, you'd be surprised how many people select the low numbers. And he's like, why would you select just the low number? Well, that's all I need, to pay my bills, to eat, to sleep. That's all you need. Because you're not thinking of giving. You're not thinking of becoming a custodian of finance and wealth so that you can transform this world that you complain so much about. The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, you read the autobiographies, they believed to their core that the reason God gave them so much immense wealth is that they were custodians of humanity's finances. That was a belief, a conviction, because they didn't start out that wealthy. They started out poor. So they created systems and worked them. It's powerful, powerful, powerful stuff. But you do the same in your sphere of influence. Because true greatness is not when you're great unto yourself, but when you can bring out that greatness in others. I know I've lived if I touched one life. I've made a difference if I've touched one life. This video is worth it. If I've inspired one person, one thought, one idea, then it's worth it. But think of what you can do with wealth. You see people starving. You can create systems. You see the planet being depleted of precious resources. You can create research facilities. You can become an angel investor and help fund green businesses, health businesses, set up fast food health joints, so to speak, all over the country. Set up universities and academies. And see, that's the thing you got to think about. Not just yourself. Because nobody needs $50 billion for themselves. But damn. You look at Bill Gates, who was once the richest man in the world. And he goes back and forth with Carlos Slim and Warren Buffett. They all competing. And when you're dealing with those numbers, it's just points, you know. But the philanthropy, he sets up $1 billion foundation. I think it's the William and Belinda Gates Foundation, if I'm not mistaken. And then he had a billionaires club where those who are billionaires would sign to pledge portions of their wealth, and it was billions plus. See, then you become responsible. But some of you are bitter at wealthy people. Some of you are bitter and resentful at wealth and success. And that's why you don't have it. You're not going to get what you're bitter and resentful for. You got to appreciate it. Say, damn, I'm proud of that person. Let me learn from them. Let me become inspired by what they've been able to achieve. That's the real thing. Not competing, but becoming creative. Partnering up. No man is an island. You set the dreams. You plan your work. And your work, your plan. And you don't wait till it's perfect to do it. Get started now. Don't wait till you're perfect to do it. Get started now. And then you self-correct. You keep going. You keep measuring to see if I'm moving towards my goal or am I moving from my goal. If I'm moving towards my goal, then I keep going. If I'm moving from my goal, okay, let's re-examine, reassess. What do I need to do? What do I need to change? Make that change. Okay, here we go. Progress. You got to keep checking, self-correcting. That's the way it works, family. That's the way it works. I'm telling you, I was a mess. Person who hated math, didn't believe in math, thought it was worthless, which is ironic because a lot of people that want to become rich think math is worthless, but then they're going to realize you're not going to be rich without some accounting. You might earn it, but you'll lose it quick. So I went from that to graduating at the top of my class with a straight A in math. Not straight A's, pardon me. I had straight A's across the board, 4.0 GPA, but with a degree in mathematics, the very subject. And the reason I did it because I challenged myself. I'm like, I can master it because I am it. That's the way I approach subjects. I'm studying math. I'm studying me. I'm studying biology. I'm studying me. I'm studying history. I'm studying me. I'm studying chemistry. I'm studying me. I'm studying physics. I'm studying me. When you take all those good things and you master it, whew, tell you something. The subconscious mind works on reasoning, deductive reasoning, logic. It doesn't accept humor. It doesn't accept sarcasm. It doesn't take implications. It takes specific directives. But if you don't give it that specific directives, then it will create directives based on the repetitions of your thinking, the habitual thoughts, the words, and the physiology. So how do you take charge of your life? Decisions. It means to cut off. To the side, you cut off. I forgot the general's name, but him and his soldiers, they went to war and they had to go by boat. And when they got to the shore and all the soldiers left the boat to fight the enemy in their home territory, he took matches, he took flames, and he lit the boats afire. Why? There's no retreat in that situation. And when you have no escape, you're going to do what you have to do, or you're going to die trying. And if you take that attitude with your life, it'll have something of meaning and value. You'll wake up passionate, excited. You have a reason for being. You understand? If you don't have passion, see, I end my radio show, I say live with passion. In fact, I say it like this: live every day like it is your last. Because time is too short and life is too precious. And while you live with passion. The secret of living is giving. And when you come from that frame point, that frame, everything else that you need will unfold. If you're studying, you're growing to give, then you will get in return more than you give out. Some people say, I don't have love. But if you give love, you will get love. Because love is not a thing. It's a process that you go through subconsciously. It's a strategy you run that engenders the feeling that you call love. Same with happiness. Same with sadness. Same with depression. Same with any state. Emotional state. I'm not talking about agape love here. Divine love. I'm not talking on that. You get that when you work your mission in life, regardless of whom or what, regardless of criticism. Feel the fear and do it any damn way. Let me tell you something. You're always going to be challenged to see if you're really going to do it. The Masons say, I've been tried, never denied, and willing to be tried again. Are you willing to be tried again and again and again? Because creation says, let me see, are you worthy? Before we marshal all these resources, let me see if you're worthy of them. And if you're worthy, they will bring people into your life, all the resources you need. But you also have to be aware and fearless. You have to go after them. I was watching Game of Thrones, and in the beginning, the guy asked his dad, he says, "Daddy, how do you become so courageous?" He says, I get afraid, but I want to be like you. I want to be courageous. And you know what he said? He said, "Son, that's the only time you can be courageous is when you are afraid. Be courageous. Be bold. Fortune favors the bold, but it flees from the timid." So think big. Little wimpy ass goals ain't gonna get you no damn where. It ain't gonna get you out of bed and excited. Think big. Use your wisdom. Or go to somebody with wisdom and learn from them so that you can become wise. I'll tell you like this. You got 4 types. He who knows not and knows he knows not. He's simple. Teach him. He who knows not and knows not he knows not. He's a fool. Shun him. He who knows and knows not that he knows. He's asleep. Awaken him. And he who knows and knows that he knows, he is wise. Follow him. See, when you approach life and approach people and you start categorizing, you start judging, making opinions, but you really got to become a listener, an active listener. You can gain wisdom everywhere, but you got to see who's asleep, who's awake, who's a fool, who's wise. So you know who to awaken, who to teach, who to shun, and who to follow. Not follow as in I'm going to be this person, but when somebody has wisdom, you glean from it. You get that wisdom to benefit yourself. Bruce Lee said, absorb what is useful, reject what is useless, and add what is uniquely yours. I appreciate you listening to this video. I'm going on 28 minutes and 14 seconds, 15, 16 seconds. You know what? I'm going to go 30 minutes long because I'm used to little tiny blips. So let me give you this tidbit, because I gave you the 4 pieces and I've talked about the 4 competencies, the 4 levels of competence. But let me give you an assignment, if you will. This is your assignment if you choose to accept. Tonight, get a pen and a paper and write down everything you will no longer accept in your life. Write it down. Nobody has to see it. And get a journal. Start writing all of the pieces of thoughts that you get, the ideas, the wisdoms that's running through your head. Start recording it. Record it. And then go back over it. And then plan your goal and see, plan a lofty goal. Make your vision compelling so it pulls you in its direction. And then chunk it down into manageable sizes. And say, okay, if I need this, and I need $500,000 to get this building, or I need this, and I don't have those resources, well, so damn what? Don't worry about the how. Just think, okay, what do I have? What are my resources? What do I have available? What is my goal? And then write why you want it. Why do you want this goal? Write it down and use adjectives, descriptive language, spice it up, juice it up, so when you read it, you become excited. Then you put that emotional content into it. That subconscious will react, baby. It'll give you what you're looking for. Don't focus on the how. You concentrate on the what and the why. And that how will come to you. Guaranteed. But you write down your goal. And write down this goal of you. What do you accept of yourself and what will you not accept? You put all that down. All of that down on paper. And next time I give a video, we're going to go deeper into all this. So I want to thank you for listening. It's Jay Christopher, and I'm going to end this the way I end my radio shows. Live every day like it is your last, because time is too short. Life is too precious. And if you're going to live, live with passion. Live with passion, baby. And life, I guarantee you, will never, ever, ever, ever be the same. Live with passion. Thank you for listening. I'll talk to you later.